And American warplanes are now in Puerto Rico in a show of force against drug cartels in the Caribbean. It's part of a campaign targeting cartels in the area that's fueled tensions with Venezuela. Now President Trump says he's not ruling out striking parts of Venezuela as part of that campaign.
Well, we'll see what happens. Look, Venezuela is sending us their gang members, their drug dealers, and drugs. It's not acceptable.
Last week, the U.S. military killed 11 people in a strike on a boat from Venezuela allegedly carrying illegal drugs. Venezuela says none of the people killed were drug traffickers, calling them humble and harmless fishermen. Now Venezuela's government is urging citizens to enlist in militias as armed volunteers. ABC News senior Pentagon reporter Luis Martinez has more on that. Hi, Louis. What's the goal of this show of force in the Caribbean?
Well, Dan, the goal is this show of force that actually could potentially be used against some of these drug cartels. That's the vague reference there you heard from President Trump, essentially strategic ambiguity about whether they're going to be used or not. We had heard a few weeks ago that about 10 F-35s were going to arrive in Puerto Rico, and now this weekend we saw the first of those 5 arrive. We believe they are from the U.S. Marine Corps, according to a U.S. official, and we're waiting to see if the additional 5 will be showing up soon. But the whole intent of sending these aircraft to the region is to essentially to put the drug cartels on notice that they could be used against them. We did see that airstrike, which was the use of American force targeting that small craft that killed those 11 people that the United States claims was carrying drugs from Trinidad into the United States. But whether these aircraft will actually be used or not remains to be seen. But just having them there as a presence definitely is a show of force. And we did hear from Secretary of Defense Hegseth last week that when he traveled to Puerto Rico, that he told troops, look, you are not here on training. This is real world stuff.
So what are you watching for as these tensions escalate?
Well, we're going to see whether the use of force is going to continue. We did see that one incident where the drone, we believe now, according to a congressman, that it was a drone strike that targeted that small craft. Whether there will be additional uses of force like that. We did see over the weekend the Venezuelans claimed that there was a boarding of a fishing boat. We had confirmed from U.S. officials that U.S. Coast Guard law enforcement detachment aboard a U.S. destroyer did board that fishing boat, but they found no drugs. The question we have is that the first time that's actually happened as part of this new mission, or is it part of an ongoing mission that we just haven't heard of before? But one of the things that we have to keep an eye on is how the Venezuelans react. And we heard from President Trump yesterday that essentially since that strike against that fishing the craft, the smuggling craft, they have seen a total drop in the number of ship activity in that region, and the president making the correlation that it has to do with the show of force, the one that we're seeing on our screen right now.
All right, senior Pentagon reporter Luis Martinez, thank you.